All right, let's speak on it. Narcissists in the internet. Some that I've been finding folks are a little lost in. They need to be brought back to recollection because every time somebody says I, me, my, or in my opinion, seeing, folks confuse that for people saying, oh, it's all about me and everything's me and it's my day and it's my planet and you're just a visitor. You see where I'm going with this? Keep up, kid, because you're making dinner. Apparently, everybody seems to think that because you're on the internet, you're a narcissist. You have this self-infatuation, this self-aggrandizement, this need to be heard. I don't need to be fucking heard, motherfuckers. I'm just calling out a cocksucker when I see one. And boy, howdy, could that one actually go and work the Vegas Strip? My God. Wow. Y'all get off of old Freud's fucking nuts real quick for a second, because his definition is not the entirety of what a damn narcissist is. A narcissist does not care about your feelings. A narcissist does not care about what you have to say. A narcissist does not care about anything. If it doesn't affect them, if it doesn't boost their person, they don't give a shit. They really don't. And that it's a matter of fact in that they have zero empathy. See, that's actually the defining factor of a narcissist, is to have zero empathy. Meaning, they can't feel when somebody stubs their toe. They can't feel like, oh shit, that fucking sucks for them. Oh man, that hurts. I'm sorry, bro. I wish that didn't happen to you. They don't feel that. They don't process that in their minds. They see that and they go, dumbass, at least it wasn't me. Do you see the difference now between a fucking narcissist and your fucking cockamamie bullshit about calling out anybody who's on the internet as being a narcissist? I'm just pointing out to you real quick. Now, next on the list, as far as narcissism is concerned, you know what narcissists won't tolerate? I got one for you. How's about a dirty house? Narcissists won't tolerate that because it is degrading to their self-esteem. Sorry, to their self-aggrandizement. Not self-esteem. They don't have self-esteem. They don't earn it. They think they're owed it. There is a difference here between somebody who's on the internet and just does the internet thing and somebody who's a fucking narcissist. There are no narcissists on the internet. Do you know why? They cannot take the mental punishment, the depression, the anxiety, and the self-deprecation that comes from being somebody like me, like a YouTuber. They can't fucking stand it. It drives them apeshit and makes them act out in dangerous and fucking violent ways. Because the whole world thinks that they're fucking garbage then. And so if they're garbage, then they're going to act like it. Instead of just saying something. See the difference here? I mean, I'm drawing differences between, here we go, here's where the person goes, I'm drawing a difference between myself and actual fucking narcissists. Because there is a difference. Whereas I appear to be one to the uneducated. To the educated, they understand, hey, wait a minute. You wouldn't speak on these certain aspects if you did not have personal feelings about them. You would not comment in an effort to try and aid people to teach them if you were only concerned with yourself. And you would not tolerate a troll sitting there commenting on every single post you make for fucking months if you were a narcissist. Because it is impossible for your psyche to be able to contain the angst that comes from that. Believe it or not, I did study psychology. I was kind of on the other end of the table. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. They thought I was a narcissist at one point because I only have my experiences in life to draw from. What I'm actually am is high-functioning autistic, which has slight narcissistic tendencies in the respect that an autistic person only sees the world as from their perspective. So they have to see it from their perspective. Even if they learn something that's like supposed to be fact, it's fact from their perspective. That's why it looks like they're narcissistic. But the difference is that an autistic person has emotional function. A lot of people don't realize that about people who are autistic. A lot of the time, their emotional function is way the fuck off the charts and can be triggered by some of the weirdest shit. But the rest of the time, they are normal, peaceful, amicable people. Really easy to get along with. Kind, even. Literally give you the fucking shirt off their back to make sure you don't freeze. So, sorry, but miss me with that horseshit of you have a fucking psychology degree. Because you don't. I guarantee you don't. You would not be on the internet spreading that hoopla if you were. Just pointing this out about all those influencers who are psychologists and psychiatrists. It's against the credo. I'm not going to call you crazy because I might actually have been in the past had to deal with people who were actually crazy, and I know the fucking difference. Whereas somebody who has lived all of 14 fucking years is going out there and saying, oh, but people are fucking narcissists because they're on the internet. Hey, jackass. Hi, Yale Guardsman, I'm here. It's YouTube. It's in the name. YouTube. Okay? I'm just waiting for you to catch on there, slowpoke. Because this has nothing to fucking do with narcissism. I am now trolling the absolute dog shit out of somebody on the internet who doesn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, does not understand that I am trolling the shit out of them, and probably will never see it. And I'm fine with that. Because even if they did see it, especially if they saw it, it's more of a pat on my back, believe it or don't, not in a narcissistic, I'm thankful for this shit, but in a kind of a self-aggrandizement a little bit of the sense of, you're a douche canoe and you do not understand human psychology or how complicated it is. You understand that from your little computer, your little keyboard, you could call somebody a narcissist with absolutely no fucking foundation. And everybody and their dog is going to come behind you and be like, oh yeah, he's right, because all of these other people who say that they're these specialists and whatnot, and they got this PhD behind their names and this and that and the others, they say, and I'm sorry, but no. They are not fucking specialists. They are not intelligent enough to be specialists if they're sitting there putting it on the internet. They cannot sit there face to face with somebody and be able to tell whether or not they are mentally or for other reasons emotionally inept. And you can see from me, I'm not emotionally inept. I can't be narcissistic. I have too much anger. I have too much empathy. I actually hurt in my heart, in my chest. I feel the pain when I hear somebody say something about how they've been going through hard times, or things like, they lost their loved one, or somebody got hurt that they know, or just, you name it. I feel that shit. But do you know how many times today I've been called a fucking narcissist? And I mean, between me waking up at 2:30 in the afternoon, driving to the fucking grocery store, going up the mountain and grabbing firewood, and then coming back to the house. If you answered more than once, yes, you'd be right. And that's just, the guy who actually is like, no cameraman, there's nobody there. I'm the camera guy. Hi. Anyways, you see my point. When it comes down to narcissism, let's look at the root word. It comes from the name of the Greek god Narcissus. Narcissus was infatuated with themselves, could not understand anyone else, could not put anyone else in their mind, could not put anyone else in their hearts, could not fathom that other people existed. Because Narcissus had a infatuation with his own reflection. Do you now understand the difference between a narcissist and an internet personality? Hi, I'm the Guardsman. This is my internet personality coming to you with a boot up the ass, proverbially speaking, to tickle your brainstem enough so you start thinking. A narcissist can't do that. Welcome to the internet, genius. Now, go do some real fucking research.